Hi everybody, I'm Gwendolyn from Wyze Labs. Welcome to our new episode of Tips on Tuesday. This week, I'm going to share my results from an experiment that I ran involving alternative mounting methods. Many of you may have noticed that the adhesive we include with your WyzeCam purchase is strong, like ridiculously strong. So strong that I admittedly was a bit concerned about putting it on my wall in my rented apartment. You can remove it with a hairdryer, but I didn't really want to mess with that. So I decided to test 4 different mounting methods to see if there's anything inexpensive and available that would be easier for me to move. The methods that I chose to test were Command brand picture hanging strips, Loctite Fun Tack mounting putty, Elmer's reusable adhesive Tack and Stick, and the super strength glue dots adhesives. This is going to be one of our shorter episodes because it turns out that almost everything worked better than I expected. No, seriously. I had this entire idea about giving commentary as we watched a time-lapse video demonstrating our findings, but this is it. After 4 days, only one of them fell, and it happened pretty much immediately. As such, I highly recommend that you not use Loctite Fun Tack for this purpose, though this may have been user error on my part. If you decide to try it and have better results than I did, please let me know. I also peeked at the bases themselves to see how well the discs are sticking to the walls, and unfortunately, the glue dots are looking stretched a bit thin. For a quick, easy method that doesn't have to stay too long, you could probably use glue dots, but this doesn't look like a medium or a long-term solution. Elmer's Tack and Stick is doing a darn good job holding on. This method may work longer term, but I have less experience with it, so I would advise caution if you're looking into having it around for longer than the 4 days I tested it. It is quite possible that Tack and Stick will fulfill all of your WyzeCam mounting needs. My opinion on the command strips is similar. I would need to perform a longer experiment to test the long-term ability, but I plan to try command strips in my home. Not only is it sticking without showing anywhere that I can see, but I also plan to set up hubs for my WyzeCam. I like the idea of being able to move my disc from one spot to another without having to worry about the integrity of sticky tack, using a bunch of it, or having sticky spots just hanging out on my walls. The fasteners click together easily and shouldn't be greatly impacted by dust accumulation if they're left unoccupied. I've used command strips to hold up large paintings before, and they lasted for years without an issue. I do understand that you, like me, will probably want to leave your WyzeCam up for longer than 4 days. If you try any other methods or find different results than I did, please let me know in comments or through private messaging to the WyzeCam Facebook profile. If you have a question or idea that you would like for me to turn into a Tips on Tuesday video, please let me know through private messaging on Facebook. Your tip might be featured. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you next week for Tips on Tuesday.